G'day Jackednnerdy fans, Jeremy here with a non-spoiler review for Taika Waititi's Thor Love and Thunder. Before I begin that review, just want to give you all a heads up, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that way you guys never miss out on a video, as we do post twice a week. We've got lots of content coming up over the next month or two, lots of unboxings, lots of reviews. We're also going to start doing a few mystery box unboxings, just for something a little bit different, and just to see what all the fuss is about with these mystery boxes that's getting around the place. So make sure you keep an eye out for those, and if you enjoy these videos, make sure you give them a thumbs up. That way that lets us know that you guys are enjoying our content. So with that out of the way, let's get into this review of Taika Waititi's Thor Love and Thunder. Now, I was a massive fan of Thor Ragnarock. I love Thor Ragnarock. You've seen some of my unboxings of the Ragnarok action figures. I thought Thor Ragnarock was brilliant. I loved Chris Hemsworth. I loved Taika Waititi. I thought the combination of humour with dark material, worked very, very well. So I was very excited when they said Taika Waititi was coming back and doing another Thor movie. And I have to say, I did thoroughly enjoy this movie. It was, it was well paced. It's the mix of humor mixed with dark material worked really well, and make no mistake, they do deal with some very dark issues in this one. In Ragnarok, they obviously are dealing with the loss of Odin, the loss of Asgard, all that. In this movie, they deal equally with dark material. They deal with cancer, death, grief, all of those sorts of things, but they offset it with the humor quite well. So that was very, very good. Taika Waititi, as a director, is fantastic. As an actor, as a voice actor with Korg, I love Taika Waititi. Same with Chris Hemsworth. I think he's only gotten better with this character as the years have gone on. And this movie is no exception. Chris Hemsworth is fantastic as Thor. Natalie Portman coming back as Mighty Thor or Lady Thor. That was really really, really good. She beefed up. She looked fantastic. I don't think they really gave her the opportunity to really thrive in the first two Thor movies. They gave her a lot more room to kind of develop as a character and everything in this movie, which was great. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. I love Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. I think she's an absolutely gorgeous woman, very, very talented actress, and loved her in this. And then Christian Bale as Gorr the God Butcher. He is absolutely fantastic in this. What he did with the character, showing all these different emotions and ranges and everything. I can understand why a lot of kind of rumors and things I've been hearing out there in social media is that he's the best villain in the MCU thus far. I don't know if I would go that far to say that he's the best in the entire MCU, but he definitely ranks up there. He would definitely be a top 3. For me, he was, 1 minute you're sympathizing with him, the next minute you think he's absolutely batshit insane. Just the depth and the range that he had, and got to play with his character. Christian Bale as Gorr the God Butcher was fantastic. Now, as I kind of mentioned before, like, you know, it's a very well paced movie. I think they did a great job with, you know, the storytelling in, you know, hitting the points that they needed to hit. That being said, I do think they fell a little bit flat at the ending. You know, I think they could have maybe gone a different direction, or done, you know, just spent a little bit more time on the ending just to kind of flush it out a little bit more, especially with Christian Bale's character. I think at the end they just kind of fell just a little bit flat at the end, and didn't give him the kind of the finale that I think he kind of really deserved in a way. Yeah, because I don't want to get into spoiler territory. I just think, you know, he did such a great job throughout the bulk of the film. I think just that right at the end, you know, they could have, yeah, just kind of tweaked it a little bit more, maybe, or like I said, gone in a different direction than what they did, just to give him that kind of bit more of a hurrah as an ending. But as I said in my initial reaction video, you know, for me to say I would have done something different, you know, that's my opinion, but I'm not the person in charge. This is not my creative vision. It's Taika Waititi's creative vision, and he made the movie the way he wanted to make it, and wrote the movie the way he wanted it. So that being said, you know, look, you know, whilst I may have done things a little bit different, this was his vision, and I think he did very, very well with that vision. Costuming is absolutely fantastic in this movie. I have already ordered my Thor hot toy for this movie with his armor, with all the colors and everything. I thought that was really, really cool, his armor and everything. I hope to God, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, I really, really hope that they do a Natalie Portman Mighty Thor hot toy. And they've also been teasing, ever since Thor Ragnarock, they've been teasing to do a Tessa Thompson Valkyrie hot toy. I really hope this time around they come through and deliver on that as well. I'd love to have those three figures in my collection. So fingers crossed, over the coming weeks, Hot Toys will announce that they're doing a Mighty Thor and Valkyrie. Of course, if they do others like Korg or Christian Bale, I'll probably look very seriously at getting those as well, but hands down, Mighty Thor and Valkyrie, if they do a hot toy tomorrow, I will be purchasing that straight away. So yeah, costuming, everything there is fantastic. The soundtrack, in true Taika Waititi fashion, and as you would probably expect, following Thor Ragnarok and the use of music in Ragnarok, especially the Led Zeppelin right at the beginning of Ragnarok, this movie has an awesome soundtrack. Lots of Guns N' Roses and Dio, and lots of fantastic music, just to amp up the mood, get the audience excited and everything. So the combination of storytelling, acting, costuming, music, everything just fell into place. So like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I think a lot of you out there will enjoy this movie. Would I rank it up there as one of the best MCU movies? Probably. It probably wouldn't be in my top 5. Maybe my top 10, but I'd have to give that some serious thought. But it definitely wouldn't be a top 5 MCU movie. Is it the best Thor movie out of the Thor franchises? I'd have to say I enjoyed Ragnarok just that little bit more than this. But it's definitely up there. It's definitely one of the best Thor movies. And it was nice to see, obviously the late great Stan Lee isn't around anymore to do cameos, unfortunately, but there are a few good cameos that pop up during this movie as well. You and a few people that you'll recognise from Ragnarok come back, which is great. So it was really good to see that. As a ranking, I'd give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, enjoyed it thoroughly. Had a few creative things that I didn't really agree with. As well, and of course there's a little bit of studio interference in that with Disney and their propaganda kind of things and what have you. So there was very obvious studio interference as well, which I didn't necessarily agree with. And I forgot to mention Russell Crowe as Zeus. I thought he was really good, but again, I thought maybe there could have been a few tweaks and things that could have made it better. But that being said, seeing Russell Crowe in any of these types of things, I'm 100% on board. So he was really good as well. Now and finally, before we finish up, so 7.5 is my ranking for this movie. Look, that might change after I watch it a second or third time, but straight off the bat, 7.5 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Rank it up there with maybe a top 10, but probably not a top 5 MCU movie. And I'd been hearing a lot of people going nuts about the post-credit scenes, saying, "Oh, the post-credit scenes are fantastic, this, that, and the other." They were all right. Personally, I thought they were all right, but they didn't have the pop or the zing that a lot of the previous post-credit scenes have had. They're supposed to get you excited about what's coming next in the franchise, and I mean, sure, one of the post-credit scenes did give you a bit of a glimpse at what's going to be coming, but that being said, it didn't get me overly excited. It wasn't like seeing Nick Fury pop up at the end of Iron Man saying, "I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative," or something like that. It didn't have the same pop or zing as that. So whilst they were all right, I definitely wouldn't rank the post-credit scenes as being amazing or phenomenal or anything like that. But again, that's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, I would love to hear it. Make sure you hit us up in the comments below. Let us know your thoughts on the movie. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Are there things that you would do differently? What were your thoughts? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. I do read all the comments and I do reply. So make sure you let me know your thoughts on the movie. But definitely 100%, anyone who's considering going to see this movie, I would 100% say definitely go and see it, especially if you were a fan of Ragnarok. You will definitely enjoy this movie as well. Obviously, just be prepared. It's not all laughs and all fun all the time and all jokes. There are, it does deal with dark material as well to kind of offset that comedy, but I think it works very, very well. Anyway, guys, so that's my review of Thor Ragnarok. Make sure you go check it out for yourself and hit us up in the comments below. And again, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And we'll catch you next time. Stay jacked and stay nerdy.